my part, there's bodies.
What?
There's two bodies.
Go ahead and set the sword down for me,
Put the
dude.
sword down, brother.
Hey, stop. Get your hands out of your pockets right now. Walk towards us.
Walk towards us.
Walk towards us now. Get down on your knees.
1 second. 10-4, can you give us 10-3 real quick?
Get down on your knees now.
Meet Alexis Hernandez, a low IQ who murdered 2 men and claims it all started with a message from a cockroach.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's so scary, you know, it's heard a creepy voice saying
no.
he wanted to do something to my dolls. I think they're very dangerous people. He was definitely gonna shoot me. I don't know if they've been stalking me, following me.
Yeah.
But the more detectives dig deeper into the case, the more it reveals something far more disturbing. Because Alexis doesn't realize that his own mind is the very thing leading him down this path.
And at any point in your life, have you ever been diagnosed with like any mental health disorder? Like
I went to Reno and they went back and shot him.
shot him again? Well, Hector's dead, and the other guy is not alive either.
On the night of November 7th, 2025, Bernalillo County Police in New Mexico responded to an emergency call reporting a shooting in a residential property.
What is the address?
I don't know the address. I'm a new tenant.
Do you need police, fire, or medical? Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I was in my room watching TV and I heard gunshots inside the house. And I haven't gone outside my room.
You heard them inside or outside?
It's inside my house. Well, I'm at my home. I am in my room and I felt the gunshots inside the house. And that's what scares me.
What is
And
the
I
first
don't want
and
to
last
leave my
name
room.
of the tenant that you live with?
I don't really know. I just moved 2 days ago, 3 days ago on the 5th. I don't really know.
You don't know the people you live with?
I only know him as Israel, but I don't know his last name. I don't know what's happening.
How many
I'm
shots
scared.
did you hear?
I don't know.
About how many
Señor,
shots
dé
do
un
you
número.
think you heard?
Around five shots or maybe more.
Have you heard anything or seen anything after?
I saw someone leaving, but I got scared and I closed my door.
Okay, I'm going to have the deputies go make contact with you.
When they arrived at the scene, what was meant to be a normal check and questioning quickly turned into one of the darkest and most confusing crime discoveries ever.
Sheriff's office. Did you call, brother? What's going on, dude?
I did my part.
What's that?
I did my part.
You did your part.
Yeah, for the Marines. There's two bodies.
What?
There's two bodies. There's one right here.
Go ahead and set the sword down for me,
Put the
dude.
sword down, brother.
Alright.
Yeah, set the sword down. Do you have any other weapons on you?
Yes,
Don't be
that's
good.
Hey,
Just
stop.
keep your hands
Get
up.
your hands out of your pockets right now. Walk towards us.
Walk towards us.
Walk towards us now.
Actually, I'm gonna take
Walk towards us
I'm
now.
gonna take a piss.
Walk towards us.
Now. Turn around. Walk backwards. Walk backwards.
Get your tape, yeah.
Stone 16 calling car is advising he is locked in his room and he can't come outside.
Get down on your knees.
1 second. 10-4, can you give us 10-3 real quick?
Get down on your knees now. Onto your stomach. Onto your stomach. Put your hands out like an airplane. Like an airplane to your side. Do it now. Palms to the sky.
Palms to the sky.
So Sheriff's Office, Bernalillo County. Anyone inside, come out with your hands up, open and empty. Close the door. 1 second. They have the calling card in the line, dude. 225.
25 you were on the phone with someone currently, right?
10-4, not anymore, but I was on the phone with the male saying that he was locked in his bedroom.
This is a sheriff's office. If you're inside, make yourself known.
10-4.
Walker, hold. This is the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office. Come out with your hands up, open and empty. Make yourself known.
At the scene, 2 adult males had been shot dead. And even more disturbing, 2 minors were still inside the house. One of the victims was Hector Rios, the property owner. By all accounts, Hector was known as a calm and respectful man. Despite living with multiple tenants, there were no records of complaints, no reported issues, and no signs of conflict tied to him. The other man was Yors, a friend of Hector, who had no part in any of what Alexis believed was happening around him. He was simply there, in the wrong place at a moment that had nothing to do with him, and he paid for it with his life.
We have one male bleeding his face down in the kitchen of the house.
Sheriff's office, come out now! Come out now! Keep your hands up! Come out now! Keep your hands up right now! Keep your hands up!
Come out of the room now with your hands up!
Step outside right now!
Manos arriba!
Ven pa' acá! Arriba! Ven pa' acá! Ven pa' acá! Ven pa' acá! No, we're good, we're good. We're good.
Ahorita te voy a hablar contigo, ¿ok?
Sí, yo llamé, yo fui el que llamé.
¿Ven para acá?
Sí, sí, sí.
Ok, en tus rodillas.
Sí,
¿Hay alguien más adentro de la...?
I got hands,
Yo
I got
estaba
hands.
ardiendo, yo fui que llamé, yo fui que
Ok,
llamé.
pero hay alguien más.
No sé,
What?
yo creo que sí, alguien aquí, yo llamé,
Okay.
yo pago, yo estaba
Tell him to get on,
durmiendo
have him get on
y-
the stomach real
y-
quick,
Ok,
please.
manos arriba, no te muevas.
Sí, ve, llanero, mira lo que pasó, mano, qué locura, mano. Yo que llamé, sí,
Hey.
yo también llamé,
Hey.
llanero, yo llamé. Tranquilo, papi.
Hey,
Rodillas de mano, rodillas de mano.
All right, get them both on their stomach, Chris. Get them both on their stomach, both on their stomach.
hey, cálmate.
Sí,
Ya. Ok.
sí.
En tu panza, nomás.
En tu panza.
Ah,
Tu panza!
Lay down.
Lay down.
Lay down.
Come in.
Acuéstase.
sí,
Acuéstase.
sí.
Ok, tus manos en tu cabeza. No te muevan. ¿Hay alguien más en los cuartos?
No, no.
Ok, no te muevas.
Everything back is clear, guys.
I need one more in hands with me.
I got
I need one to hold on to the rooms.
Stay on the ground, do not move.
Hands up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
¿Tienes armas?
No,
¿Tienes
no,
armas?
no,
Levántate.
no.
Levántate.
Yo estaba durmiendo, yo pago arriendo.
Dale.
Sí,
Dale.
sí. Sorry.
¿Cómo se llama? ¿Él cómo se llama?
Como Carlos.
Carlos.
Sí. Nosotros fuimos que llamamos.
Shooting sign, that side is clear. Can you guys take this guy outside?
That side's clear?
Yeah, take this guy outside.
The minors at the scene, believed to be Hector Rios' children, were safely taken out. The suspect was arrested on the spot, and other tenants in the house were taken into custody for questioning.
Don't 10-8 the air. Give him 49, Jojo. Tell him what happens. Up. Do you have any other weapons on you?
I don't. There's another party for the cat.
What's up?
There's another clip in the down party for the cat. That's just my fault.
Get in the car. $225, sir. If you could notate in the CAD that the male is currently detained in my vehicle.
Now, Alexis Hernandez sits in front of investigators, not to deny what happened, but to explain why he did what he did.
So like I said, my name's Cameron. I'm with the sheriff's office, okay? And, you know, my hope is to talk to you a little bit about what happened, and hopefully you might be able to explain a little bit about what happened, okay? So just so I kind of know, because I don't know you, have you had any, have you done any today? Have you drank any alcohol? No? Okay, and what's your highest level of school that you've completed?
High school.
High school?
And then I did studying on the side, but that was like for me. I did
Okay.
business.
And is English your first language?
No, it's my second, but I'm more proficient in English.
Okay, so it's okay to talk in English? Okay, perfect. Have you ever been brought down to a police station before? No?
This is the
Okay.
first time.
The first time? Well, I'm sorry it happened.
You will be wondering why Detective Cameron is being this gentle with someone who just murdered 2 men in cold blood. Apart from the fact that it is his job to stay calm, Detective Cameron understands that he is not dealing with an ordinary killer, and the best way to get answers from someone this deep in their own head is to make them feel like the most understood person in the room. And it is working.
And where do you live?
Well, I used to live in that place, but
So where you were at today, that's where you live?
in that room,
Okay. And how long have you lived at that place?
I don't really remember, but it's been a lot of, like, I'd say 5, 6 months, 7 months.
Okay, so you've been there a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
but up until yesterday, I decided I wanted to go back to my parents because I heard that guy on the other side of the wall, you know, like stalking me, and I don't know.
Oh, no. Really? Can you tell me about that? What do you mean by stalking you?
I think all the lights in that room are cameras. I think
no.
there's a camera. I mean, I don't think so.
Okay. So, do you know who that guy is? Like a name? Like, do you know his
His
name?
name's Hector Rios, but I thought I knew him, and
Hector Rios?
yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I really know him at all.
And what does Hector look like? Like, what does he look like? You know, does he have like a beard like me, or?
He has a, yeah, he has a beard not like yours. He has shave.
Is he a bigger guy? Is he skinnier?
He's bigger.
Okay.
Definitely.
And where would he stay?
He was staying in the RV, and
Okay.
in the front RV.
Okay.
Up until like a week ago, like everybody left like that place, and he started staying in that room right next to mine.
Okay, so I obviously don't live there. So when you say the other room, can you help me kind of understand where that is? Is that the room that's like attached to the house, but it's off the back, and there's that door off the porch?
Yes.
Okay. And is that where you would stay?
No, I would stay in I was staying in the room where I put him. Well, I don't know if I should talk, you know, but I was staying in the last room,
Okay.
and he was staying in the room right next to it.
Okay. And so let me ask you this. Do you remember, was he the guy in the red? He had like a red hoodie on? Do you remember? No, don't remember. That's okay. That's fine. And then who's the other guy that was there?
That guy lives with them too.
Do you know his name?
As far as I know, he goes by yours, but I don't really know.
Like yours?
YORCE.
Okay. And did you know him? Like, had you seen him before?
I've seen him, but I don't know him at all.
Oh, okay. Would he stay on the property, or would he just come and go,
He
or?
would come and go.
Okay. Was he friends with Hector?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so at this point, Alexis has been living with all of this completely alone, going to work at Amazon every single day, while quietly building a case in his head against 2 men who had absolutely no idea any of this was happening. And the scary part isn't just that he believed it, it's how long he believed it before he finally acted on it.
So how do you know Hector?
Well, I had to move out, and like I found that place on Facebook, but I was never really sure, and since I work a lot, like I don't really have time to like be like looking around.
Sure.
Until a few months ago, I started getting some signs at work that I might have been in trouble. You know, like.
What do you mean?
Like like I would I stock a little shelf so like for people, and then the people grab that and then they put it in the box for the orders to be
Okay.
filled. And then it said a window, and then I finally decided to check the windows, and I guess he started suspecting something.
Okay. And you said work? Where do you work?
I worked at Amazon.
Oh, at Amazon? Okay. The big one out like
Right,
off of
98.
Francisco Vista?
Yeah, and he also knows that. He also knows what the road I take. He knows what time I get home. He knows everything about me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I can tell this is really bothering you. So I'm sorry that you're going through something like this. That's very scary. So tell me about like your Hector and yours relationship. Like, were you guys friends? Were you guys?
Well, I thought so.
Yeah.
I kind of saw him like as a father, but 2 days ago, I heard him, like, I don't know, like through the wall, I heard a creepy voice saying he wanted to do something to my boss, and I don't know, like, it was just so scary.
I can imagine. That would be scary. Okay, and so that you said was 2 days ago?
I believe so.
Okay, and it's fine if you don't remember exactly. That's not a big deal. So you hear this like creepy voice, and just to make sure I understood, I heard you.
I was staying in that bedroom, and I heard it so clear where the vent is.
Okay.
And then I checked the windows, and then I realized that those things are sealed shut. It's bulletproof. He has the keys to the door.
Okay.
I talked to my mom about it, but she didn't really believe me, and she said that they knew him.
Okay,
but I
your
don't
mom
think
knew Hector?
Apparently, but I don't think they knew him at all.
Okay.
And I think he knows my family.
Okay. And so, what did you do after you heard that voice and through the vent?
I was paralyzed for like a minute or so, and I'm glad he was in the other room, because if he had been in the same room, I don't know what could have happened to me.
Yeah. That's scary.
I still fear it,
Yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, that's scary, and I can tell that it's very scary for you, and it's very real for you. I can understand that.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
Hang on a second, Alexis. Let's get this straight. You just murdered 2 people, and now you're sitting here acting like you're the victim? Whatever creepy voices you think you heard, that does not explain picking up a gun and shooting 2 men multiple times.
did you text Hector, like on your phone?
I don't think so.
No, you never text him, or?
Before or?
Like prior to this, like before this?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you talk to him about the scary stuff you were hearing?
No, because if I had talked to him, I don't know what he would have done to me.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Okay. So, here's the thing. Did you text anybody about these things that you were feeling?
I don't think so.
Did you tell anyone about how you were feeling? Who did you tell?
My best friend Andre, he told my parents.
You told your parents? Okay. And do you know where your parents live?
Yeah.
So you noticed all of this. The voices, the cameras, the dead cockroach, the sealed windows. And at no point did you think to just walk next door and ask Hector if any of it was real? You went straight to the gun, and the only person you claim you told was your mother, which raises a very uncomfortable question. What exactly did she say? And why didn't anyone step in before it got this far? But this is not the end of his explanation, because the deeper he goes, the clearer it becomes that this wasn't just fear, it was something far more serious.
So let's talk about earlier. So when you came out and talked to the deputies, you had like a sword. Where did that come from? Is that yours or?
Someone at a gas station sold it to me as I was like being set up today. I don't know.
Okay.
And
so you bought it at a gas station?
yeah.
Okay. And why did you buy it? I mean, it's not illegal to buy it, so you're not in trouble for that.
Yeah.
I'm just interested. I mean, it seemed like a pretty interesting little sword or whatever it was.
Like I started seeing a lot of signs, and the signs pointed out that I had to end them, or he was gonna end me and my family.
Okay. And when you say signs, and
People were going out of their way to like direct me towards that.
Okay. So was this something that you were hearing, or was it something you were seeing?
I was seeing it everywhere.
Okay. And what were you seeing?
I can't really remember at the moment, but
Okay, that's fine. It's okay to not remember things. That's okay. And you said to end him. What do you mean by that?
I don't know if I should say talk, you know, like, I don't want to incriminate myself either, but I give it to I don't know.
Well, I mean, like I told you, we don't have to talk, okay? But it's important for me to know, like, the reason why, because, right, there's lots of reasons why people do stuff, right? And I know it's scary, but what I want you to know is I don't judge you. Nobody judges you here. Because what I see is, like, something was very fearful. You were very fearful. And so what I would like to know is, like, why were you fearful? And what was he doing that made you fearful?
Because 2 days ago when I did that, when I found out about the windows, and then I started looking into the room and I saw that the lights were cameras, and he was stalking me. He would leave real quick as soon as I woke up.
Okay.
Like he would leave the house. And when I went to work and came back, he left me a message, like an encrypted message. It was a dead cockroach. And I remember that one time with his son, he was afraid of cockroaches, and I told him not to be afraid. And to cockroaches, you gotta step on them. And so I figured out the message was that he was gonna kill.
And you thought he was gonna kill you?
I didn't think so. My gut was telling me that, especially when I heard that voice.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was planning to do with me.
Okay.
And he knows my family too.
Yeah. So.
And he didn't even tell me.
Yeah. That's confusing and that's scary. I can understand that. I see it on you, right? That's very scary for you.
I also had a picture of me and my sisters and my cousins.
He had pictures?
No, I had one.
Oh, okay.
And he would go into my room without me noticing, and he left it down too. He left that picture down. It was like a photo booth picture.
Okay, all right. Thank you for telling me that. That's important.
A dead cockroach. That was the final sign that pushed Alexis over the edge. A cockroach on the floor of his room that he interpreted as a personal death threat from his neighbor. If we're all taking dead insects as instructions to harm someone, then the human population is in serious trouble. But here's the part that should make you stop and think. What if all of this was only in his head, and Hector had absolutely no idea who Alexis even was?
So, the gun that you had on you, was that yours?
No.
Where did you get it?
I bought it on the street a long
Okay.
time ago,
That's fine.
3 years ago.
Okay.
And I always kept it for protection,
Sure.
you know.
That's totally fine. Totally fine. I mean, you can always have a gun for protection. So that's not a big deal. Do you remember what kind of gun it was?
It was a Glock, it was a 380, and then
A Glock 380. Okay. And do you remember what color it was? Like the slide?
It was like army, you know, like black and brown.
Okay, so like a brown, like army type color. Okay. And how many magazines did you have for it?
Just two.
Just two?
And I don't thought I would ever use that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you definitely never think you will. Okay, so so today, obviously, when this happened, what was Hector doing that made you think you needed to shoot him?
He was taking me to the room.
He was taking you? Okay, and what do you mean taking? Can you help me understand that and explain like what you mean?
I don't know if I should, but I was just so afraid. He told me to go with him, and the other guy was right behind me.
Okay.
And then I don't know, like there's no way out.
Okay, and so there was no way out, and is that why you shot him?
For the fear of my family.
Yeah. Okay. And did you see him with a gun or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a black gun.
Did he have it at that time?
He always hides it.
Okay. Okay. So, do you remember where you shot him at?
I think in the head, and then I don't know. I just,
Okay. That's okay.
I was so afraid.
Sure. I can see you're afraid. I mean, I understand. It's very scary. I understand that, and I appreciate you talking to me, because now I kind of understand a little bit where you're coming from and the scary things that you saw and you felt. So the other guy, why did you shoot him?
Because I'm pretty sure he was with Hector. I think they were gonna get me.
Okay. And where in the house did you shoot him?
I think in the kitchen.
Okay. And why did you shoot him in the kitchen?
Because he was running up to get something too.
Okay.
And I was so afraid.
Okay.
And I think they're very dangerous people. He was definitely gonna shoot me or call someone to go after me.
Okay.
I don't know if they've been stalking me, following me.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I was staying, I was visiting my parents for like this past 2 weeks. And so I don't know, I'm pretty sure he knows a lot about me.
Okay.
And I don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Like I thought I knew him, I trusted him, you know. And
Yeah. I can see that. Do you remember who you shot first? Was it Hector or that other guy?
I don't know if I should answer that, but it was definitely, I don't know if I should answer that.
We've already talked about it, so, I mean, you don't have to, but, I mean, we've already talked about everything, so.
It was Hector because he has experience doing some creepy shit. He likes to dig things into his yard too.
Okay.
And a lot of people come, I've seen both that I've known, people come and go in that place. Well, that's what he says, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so then you went into so after you shoot Hector, you go into the main part of the house, right? And that's when you shoot the other guy? Okay. Did you see anybody else inside the house?
There's there was 2 kids. I didn't know that they were inside.
You didn't know if the kids were inside?
Yeah.
Okay. And When did he tell you that about the kids?
I went and saw him. Yeah.
When you went and saw Hector?
No, I went and saw the room.
Oh, okay, and you saw the kids? Okay. Was this before or after you shot Hector?
I don't know, that was after everything
After
happened.
everything happened, okay. Did you tell anything to the kids?
I told them not to worry, but I didn't know what to do. I was just so afraid.
Yeah, that's scary.
I didn't know what to do. I wasn't gonna take them, you know?
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, yes. That's what you'll say because you weren't given enough time to think about what you should do to those minors. If the police hadn't arrived sooner, who knows what would have happened. But if he were truly as scared as he claims, he wouldn't have had a plan at all, and everything would have been treated as a mistake or a misunderstanding.
So the gun that you had on you, right, that brown and black gun, was that the gun that you used to shoot both of them? Okay. Did you use the sword on him at all? Did you? No? Okay. You just had it with you? Okay. Were you ever in the military?
I was just in ROTC.
Okay. Were you ever in the Marines or anything?
ROTC.
Okay, the ROTC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you remember how many times you shot? You would say no. Okay. Do you have a vehicle at the house? Which one's your vehicle?
The Honda Pilot.
The Pilot out front?
I was finishing paying it off. I was 500.
Okay.
Finished paying it off.
Okay. So did you go to that vehicle at all? Like after this? Like after the shooting? Like did you go to your car at all?
I went to reload and I went back. I don't know. I've never done anything like that. I was afraid.
Okay, so then you go back to your car. Did you have ammunition in the car? Okay, so you reloaded. Did you reload one magazine or both?
Both.
Both, okay. And then what did you do?
I think I went back and shot him.
Shot him again? Okay. Okay, so you shot both of them, you went back to your car, got ammo, and then went back and shot again? Okay. Do you know why you did that?
Well, I've never really done anything like that.
Yeah.
And I was so afraid.
You were scared? Okay. All right. Were you hearing any voices? No? Okay. Were you seeing anything at that point? Okay. And at any point in your life, have you ever been diagnosed with like any mental health disorder, like schizophrenia or bipolar or anything? No. Are you taking any medication for anything?
I take a Tylenol because my teeth hurt sometimes.
Sure. But you haven't been prescribed like medicine from a doctor?
No, that if they gave me that because you know I thought he was a friend of mine, you know.
Yeah.
So I trusted him and I told him about my tooth and he gave me that for an infection. I don't know what that's for.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. And did you, so that ammunition that was in your car, did you take it into the house with you or did you leave like the box in the car?
I leave it in the car.
It's like in the Honda Pilot. Okay. All right. All right. So, okay. So, at any time did you go into the RV up front? No. Okay. Did you go anywhere else on the property?
No, I don't know what to do. I was just in the front walking back and forth.
Yeah, just walking back and forth. Okay, until you saw deputies, the cops. Okay.
And here's the part that is going to matter most when this case gets to a courtroom. Detective Cameron asks Alexis directly whether he has ever been diagnosed with any mental health disorder, whether he has ever heard voices before, whether anyone has ever flagged anything about his state of mind. And Alexis says no to all of it. He was in his right mind the entire time. He just happened to believe that a dead insect was a coded message ordering him to kill 2 people. That answer is either the most honest thing he has said in this room or the most dangerous. Alexis Najera Hernandez was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Hector Rios and Yors on November 7, 2025, in Bernalillo County, New Mexico. He was taken into custody at the scene and held as the investigation continued. Given the nature of the confession and the circumstances of the crime, his mental state became a central question in the case going forward. Hector Rios opened his home to people who needed somewhere to stay. That is who he was. A man who asked very little from the people around him and expected the same in return. He did not deserve all of that. Yours had even less to do with any of it. 2 children were in that house that night. They walked out alive, but now without a father, which is truly unfair. Our hearts go out to Hector, to yours, to the children who were present, and to every family member and friend left behind by both men. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here.